guys, I got the brakes on. I'm missing the boots on this side. I greased these pins and I had to drill this out because this was the rusted one that was stuck. So I had to drill out the crap that was rusted in there. And I greased it and then now it's good. So I'm just missing the rubber boots, but once I hit the brakes, this thing will tighten up and it shouldn't rattle. I hooked up the line. I ran a new line. I'm going up and out on the outside and around. It's easier than going to the inside and trying to get around the radiator. So now I'm gonna go to the back brakes because I already did the other side too. Let's see what we got back there. I know I gotta put some brake hoses on. They're right here. And hook up some brake lines apparently. So we'll go back here and work on that. We're gonna take the jack with us, but first let's look at this side. Here's this side. Painted the caliper to match. I know the rotors are rusty, but a couple times jamming the brakes on it won't matter. And then right there is where my connection points are going to be, right there. I gotta connect right there as going up, comes around, comes up. It's not touching nothing there, and connects right there. I could have went to the ABS module under there, but it'd be so much. I didn't think I have enough brake line to get there, but I guess I did. Oh well, it's easier just to do what I'm doing there. Get some compression fittings in it. Be all right. To the back. All the stuff that came out of the exhaust. You can't see it because the thing's in the way. All that blew out the exhaust. Oh, come on, roll with me. Ow. Hit my ankle and it's so nice. It's so nice. Nice hitting your ankle and stuff. Alright, she's up. Been wiring up this truck all day. I don't know, I'm gonna see if my temperature gauge comes up. I think I wired it in right, but I might have just done nothing. I got the parts yard and I've walked past this 4 times and just now noticed it. I wonder what the sticker says on it. I know they're keeping this bad boy. Selection and food. You got towed because of code enforcement. That's horrible. Somebody lost their truck to that. Oh well. So we're back. We're gonna get some brake parts and maybe some seats. We'll see. We're back at the pull apart. I think you already figured that out, but I'm gonna steal these brake lines. Hopefully they're good. And they don't bust on me after I put them on. We'll see. Harbor Freight. I love this place. Let's see if they got a tap and die set somewhere, because I don't see it. Okay, so I went in the Harbor Freight, just messing around, but I found a tap and die set for 11 bucks. So I can tap my water pump for a water temperature sensor. And then I needed this. I had one, but my kids broke it, and it wasn't this big. But I need that to try to pull the piston out of my wife's master cylinder on her truck, so I can rebuild it for 20 bucks instead of buying a new one for 50 or 16 bucks. And there's Harbor Freight, everyone's favorite place. Guys, I got some new seats, but they don't quite fit in the truck because of my hump. So I'm gonna have to take this big ass rail off, and I took off this plastic cover on the bottom that was holding me up like 6 inches, so maybe we'll see a little better in there after I get all this off. And I can do one seat at a time instead of both seats at once, because man, this setup is heavy. But I'll come back when I try to put it in this truck and see what it looks like. Guys, I got a new seat. Welding new bars on so it sits the right height. One's gotta be short and then long, and one's gotta be long and then one's gotta be short. It's weird. But it's almost level. I may have to trim off an inch off this bar right here. We'll see. I'm gonna put it in and see what it looks like. Guys, I got the driver's seat mounted in, not mounted in, but I got the mounts made. It's crazy because one side, let's see that. One side's long, one side's short. One side's long over there, this side's short. It's actually about the same. I had to put a piece back. I cut it off, and I had to weld it back, so I'm going to have to sand it down and paint it and then weld the back side of it. But it's completely level right here like it is. And it's perfect ride height. I had it in there earlier, and then I had it too high. When I first sat in the truck, it was way too low. I was sitting on the floor. But that's after I cut that massive bracket off. I took that massive bracket off that was making it sit. It was messing up right here because of the hump in the wheel. I'm gonna get some angle iron and then make little tabs, weld it here, and it comes down here with the hole drilled. That way I can take it out, and when I put my carpet in, I can just put a bolt right through the hole and bolt it down, so I can have a nice carpet in installation. But I got this. It's out of a Dodge Durango. It's a second row seat. Let me tell you something though. If you get one of these and you don't push these tabs up on the back on both sides, you will never get this seat back up. As I set it down, and there's one on this side and one on this side. If you don't click them both up, these things stay locked forward. And I don't plan to ever put this down. So, if it does, it's going to hit my steering wheel anyway. I guess I can put stuff back there, but I'm not going to do that until I get it bolted and welded in. Because some way I have to make this, I might have to weld that little strip right there, right here. Weld something the way it stays like that. I don't know if I want to press the button right now because I don't want it to spring forward and get stuck. But it had a nice cup holder and a thing. It's exactly like my other seat, except for it's leather, and it's a little better. It's not ribbed. It looks good. Makes the whole truck look better. I got my carpet over there. I can't even see it. There it is, wrapped up. It was actually boat carpet, but I'm gonna put it in here. I had black carpet in here, but I think gray will look better. I gotta mash that back flat. It's not hurting. That's probably why my door's not shutting all the way. I did that, setting the cab down on something, or lifting up on something. I bent it out. I gotta put it back. My garage needs cleaned again. I cleaned it the other day, guys. Remember that? Look at this mess. Tires and brake lines and grinders and wire. Oh, today after I get this thing started, I need to fix this line. See that line across there where I taped it and it oversprayed? Gotta fix that. It's on the back too. You can see it. No, you can't see it back there really. Anyway, I'm talking too much. It's finally cooled down in this mother. It's hot as crap. But I'm not going to do nothing for about another hour when it's really cool in here. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Well guys, the brake lines are on. I just got to bleed the brakes. So hopefully this helps somebody out. Excuse this mess that looks like a mess, but anyway. TCC wire on a 2004 Chevy Tahoe or Yukon or Suburban or whatever. I knew it had to be here somewhere because I kept my old pedal in the switch and I figured it out. So when you run power to your brake switch, you got orange coming in, white going out. That goes to your brake. And then you got your cruise control that goes to that. And oh no, you got cruise control that goes to that. This is the brake switch for my push button start, give it signal. And then over here you got 3 or 4 extra wires coming off the back of this. Let's see, I think it's 4, yeah. There's 4. I don't know what the brown and the brown does, but the greens are going to be your TCC wires. because they have continuity with the pedal not pressed. So when you press the pedal, it will kill the 12 volts. So you gotta give one 12 volt ignition, and the other one goes to your TCC wire, going to your PCM to pin 33. And then when you hit your brakes, they'll turn off your torque converter lockup. So there you go, guys. 2000s, 2004s, or 6s, 5s, all that. It's that style brake switch right there, the big square one. So it's got all the black plug with all the wires coming off. Let me see if I can get that. Nope, not really. Yeah, maybe so. There you go. See, you see there's a little bit of it. That's it. So hopefully that helps somebody. Check continuity. You just put your wire leads one on the other. Here, I'll show you if I can. I can hold it and do it at the same time. I'm getting wires tied together. Hang on, guys. I got you. Now let that one hang. Then I can just touch the other one. As soon as I can find it here. Let's get the setting on the right setting. Continuity. Brake, press brake pedal, cuts it. 12 volts all the time. There you go. So it's light green with a stripe and dark green with a stripe. Those are your wires. Alright guys, here's my wire, my green wire right here on this one. This green wire. It's coming from that green wire on the other side of my TCC switch. It's going to this blue wire that was on the back of this C1 connector. It might have been the C2 connector. I don't remember. I think it's A10, I think. You have to double check that yourselves, but I'm pretty sure it's A10. And that goes to the 33 pin on the computer. And now I got to go back in here and I got to repin my electric fan pin. And so I'll do that and come back. Okay guys, so I'm wiring up the electrical fan again. So what you got to do is, mine's wired up to a relay back here, right here. And then you have a power wire that runs across. Mine's running over here somewhere. I'll find it in a minute. But anyway, you go to your blue connector. You go to pin out 42. There it is, 42. And I have some extra connectors out of another wiring harness. You just poke it down through the top and shove it through. And just pull it through. But anyway, you wire that to your relay, and then you'll be good for electric fans. Guys, I'm not installing this bed yet, but I put the bed wood in there. I'm using deck boards. I mean, why not? They're nice and thick. They're treated. I'm gonna measure these out to whatever they're supposed to be when I put my strips in. I'm still gonna use the strips, and I'm gonna try to stain these a dark color or something. If they'll take a stain being impregnated with all that. I don't know if they will, but we'll try. See how it comes out. I still want to paint the inside of the bed. This little bitty strip, but I like how it's turning out because once I put my angle piece on, I'll get rid of my gap there. I did thinking the shock mount would hit, and this side, it's the same too. You barely see it, but it's almost gone. Definitely need to get the fenders and the rails bolted to get that gap right there by the wheel well on both sides. Take care of that little gap that's happening. I went and got the rear brakes. They were special. $50 for the special rear brakes for this truck. All the other places had the different kind of brakes, and they were not right. I need to get an inline fuel pump now that I don't have that sock on there. But then we got an inline fuse that I want to install before my ignition system. Let's say I don't need it, but I want it. It's a 40 amp, just in case. I mean, it might blow fast, but it's designed where I can put a 50 or 60 or 70 amp in there, whatever. I went to Walmart and got these because you get more of them at Walmart for cheaper than you can. And the soldering ones, you can get them for cheaper than the regular ones. And you get more of them at Walmart than you do Advanced or AutoZone or O'Reilly's. These are $5 a piece. They're like $8 or something or more for these. That was expensive, but I was trying to find one that was I could really use, but it wasn't working out. I like the way this looks though. It feels like a whole truck all of a sudden. I just have to measure my boards and cut them all off. Push them all in and get them all. I got a deck. Let me walk back there and take me a nap, put me a chair up here. Alright, I'm jumping off here. I'll come back later and we'll put the brake pads on and do a little more wiring. We got a little more stuff to do as far as the BCM. I haven't finished wiring that up in my headlights. So that's what that stuff's for. And maybe one other wire. There'll be cruise control and the tow haul set up. I haven't got any of that set up yet because I don't have any of the switches and momentary switches and all that, but we'll get to that. But now I gotta use the restroom, so I'm gonna use the bathroom and we'll be back in a little while, guys. So guys, I went back to the pull apart, and this actually came off the other harness I got the other day. I don't need it. I don't have a connector for it. So I guess I wanted to look it up and see what this is. Some kind of sensor for the negative cable or positive cable. I ended up cutting it and taking it off. So I'll see how much that's worth and put that online. Found another PCM out of a GMC van. It was a 3500, so this might be for a 6-liter, but I'm going to scan it in a minute. I needed 2 of these. I got 2 of these because I misplaced mine, I guess, from my hangers. That's trash. This is a core. And I got to take it back. Split the edge out trying to get that bleeder valve out. Then this is it's just some cigarette lighters set up. I'm gonna wire in. I want a cigarette lighter port plugged into one side of the truck. And then I got this switch because I realized that those seats I got yesterday were heated. So I can hook this bad boy up somewhere under the dash with all these plugs and stuff. And I'll have this little device. I don't know if that's going to be 120 volts. There's probably an inverter somewhere to this wire too. But I just wanted these push button switch for the heat. And that UBS, but that one looks cruddy. Might be able to fix it though. Sprayed out with some brake clean. A few times it might come clean. And I'll have to see about that. I don't have no inverter. That might be something we install later. But we got the heat seats. Low, medium. That'd be awesome. Figure out how to wire that up. Can't be hard. There's only 5 wires for each one. So we'll see. I'll figure it out. Came out with Dodge Durango. The seats fit in there good. Second row. The only thing you have to do is change the mount. Take the mount off and then you got a flat bench basically that you'll have to build a frame for. But that's what's going so far. Oh, this is part of it. Big old bulky thing that was coming down and hitting, being in the way. I think that's everything I got as far as the little stuff. Let me see if I set anything else in there. Changed my bag out today so it'd be easier to carry stuff. But yep, that's it. So we'll be back. Hey guys, so again, here's my haul for today. I had to buy some stuff from the store besides the junkyard, and I got the PCM, but I haven't checked it out yet. But here's what I had to go buy today. I had to go buy another water pump because yesterday when I was running mine, it started leaking, and then my heater core was leaking too. The one that's been in the truck forever. So I'm gonna have to loop that and then come back and then since I got to put the new water pump on, might as well drill and tap it for the water pump housing. But first, I'm going to drain the radiator and see if I can't put my thermostat, my little water temperature gauge, see if it screws in the petcock on the bottom of the radiator. And if it does, I'll put it there because that's just easier. Just screw it right in. And then if I need to drain it, I'll unscrew it and drain the radiator that way. But that's what I got. And then that PCM I'm going to go check and And then I've been doing 2003 model tunes, so it'll be free to tune this one. Go ahead and VATS delete and all that. So if you guys need a PCM for a 5.3 or 6.0 blue-green connectors, I got two that are already programmed for VATS deleted, O2 ZGR. If you need something different, just comment and I'll get to you. And this one looks brand new. It was in a van. It's clean. Man, I ain't seen one that clean yet. Alright, so I'm going to jump off here and we'll go check this out. And I'm going to Google this part and see what it is. Hey guys, so again, here's my haul for today. I had to buy some stuff from the store besides the junkyard. And I got the PCM, but I haven't checked it out yet. But here's what I had to go buy today. I had to go buy another water pump because yesterday when I was running mine, it started leaking. And then my heater core was leaking too, the one that's been in the truck forever. So I'm going to have to loop that and then come back and then since I got to put the new water pump on, might as well drill and tap it for the water pump housing. But first, I'm going to drain the radiator and see if I can't put my thermostat, my little water temperature gauge, see if it screws in the petcock on the bottom of the radiator. And if it does, I'll put it there, because that's just easier. Just screw it right in. And then if I need to drain it, I'll unscrew it and drain the radiator that way. But that's what I got. And then that PCM I'm going to go check in. And then I've been doing 2003 model tunes, so it'll be free to tune this one. Go ahead and VATS delete and all that. So if you guys need a PCM for a 5.3 or 6.0 blue-green connectors, I got two that are already programmed for VATS deleted, O2 ZGR. If you need something different, just comment and I'll get to you. And this one looks brand new. It was in a van. It's clean. Man, I ain't seen one that clean yet. Alright, so I'm going to jump off here and we'll go check this out. And I'm going to Google this part and see what it is. Alright guys, welcome back. We got it figured out here. So, second, there's like 2003 or 2004 Dodge Durango. I can't remember. I looked it up earlier and I forgot now that what this came out of. But anyway, it's actually simpler than you think it is. I cut the plug off. Here's the plug. Here's the switch. This switch doesn't work, and we're gonna have to change it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But so here's what I got: 12 volts going in on red, and that's let's see what pin that is. I think that's pin 30. Red's 30. And I got it wired into the green and blue on their switch. And then black to black. White is to ground. So this one has yellow and black. So I split them. Yellow's positive, black. And then this one just had black. This one just had black and red. This one had yellow and black. So they're both black and red, so one's a positive, one's a negative. So I paired them up, one black and red with the yellow, one black and red with my ground, and tied my ground with my white. I think that's, see, what was that? That's pin 85 for your ground. And then to power your heated seat side, in the negative, it's pin 86. Comes over here. We got power going to this side, a power going to this side, and then that's it. So you got pin 30, pin 85, pin 86, and then pin 87. Pin 87 is going to power that. Pin 86 is your switch power coming in from through your switch. So I'll show you here. I gotta hold the button because this is like a momentary switch. And I'm guessing these wires that are on here went to the module, and the module is what gave you the first tier, second tier, because I've tried checking continuity between all the other wires, I don't get anything, so nothing. So no lights, no light comes on, no extra clicky functions, nothing. Alright, so I'm going to hold this, and then I'm going to come over here. We can get on see. It's gonna be hard to do because I got two hands and not enough. And I gotta get over there and hit the button. You guys see it rising? It's the heater working. I gotta hold it because it. Anyway, you see over here is probably hotter. It's dropping right now. I see it. So it's working. Right there you guys go. Second row seats out of a Dodge Durango. And you just hook it up to the relay. Power your switch. And there you go. I would advise getting a, maybe you can get a double. Like what's it called? I don't know, just get a regular throw switch and wire it to a light so when you turn it on you can see the light on the dash. And then when you, that way you don't leave it on with your, but if you're supposed to wire this one up to your ignition. This one is 12-volt battery. This goes to ignition key on power. That way when you flip the switch, it's only on when the truck's on. Until the next time you turn the truck on, then it'll come back on. But I guess it won't matter if it's cold because it'll just automatically warm your seats up if you leave them on. I'm gonna wire mine up to a little LED. That way, when I have it flipped on, I can see it, I can feel it, and then when I go to get out, I can flip the switch, turn it back off. That's just how I'm gonna do it. A lot of people, I guess, it seems to me, are just drilling a little hole and putting their flip switch there, and just. That's probably what I'm going to do. Is be the simplest. Is be underneath here. And just fucking unscrew the relay to the bottom of the seat and just run a power wire out from underneath it. That'll be the best option, I think. When you're troubleshooting your UBS port to see which one is powering it, but you also need to charge your voltmeter to confirm that your UBS port is working. Well, I got the rear brake pads on. I got the right ones finally. These are the wrong ones. We had to have a special type. I guess these are different model calipers than what's on all the other ones. The other ones are more of a smooth and they're smaller. Well, they're not smooth. Yeah, see, they're smaller. They're smaller. So I guess this one's got more of a high performance rear braking package on there. I don't know which model. I think it was a Z71 is probably what it was. Tahoe Z71 package. You got the upgraded rear brakes, I guess. I like this bedwood being here. That looks cool. I'm just not used to seeing it. It feels like a whole truck all of a sudden instead of a project. Change $100 or $60 in wood can do. Treat it. It's gonna get stained, and then I'll probably give it some time to dry out a little bit because I don't want all that moisture in there. So I'll probably let the boards sit back here for a few months and dry out in the garage. And then I'll come back and stain them. I don't know. We'll see. But as far as the brakes go, I still gotta bleed the brakes. So that's probably not happening today. Today's got some family events going on, so I don't get to work on the brakes like I want to. But I might this evening. You never know. Okay, guys, just to recap, I think that's gonna be all for this video. But a recap, we did wiring up the TCC brake for your torque converter. We installed the pads and brake lines on the brakes. We got some bedwood. It's not installed, but it looks good. And then the last thing we did is we accidentally got heated seats because we went to the junkyard looking for just seats to put in the truck, and these fit and looked good. And when I pulled them, I was like, oh, look, there's wires. I thought maybe airbag or something. No big deal. I wasn't going to use it. And then got to looking, and I was like, okay, this might be heated seats. When I went back to the junkyard, seen they had the buttons in the thing. I was like, yep. Pulled the switches, and we figured that out. So now we have heated seats. So we'll have heated seats, automatic headlights, cruise control. We will have tow and haul and cruise control. I don't have them yet. I gotta finish wiring up my BCM. But that's it for now. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Probably where we'll bleed the brakes, cut the bedwood down. I still won't be installing it until I get brackets, and also we'll be probably working on the BCM and the interior cab lights, overhead parking lights, and then maybe some spray painting some of those oversprays that I did. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Is there anything I can do for you guys? Just comment, let me know. See if I can help you out. And if you want to be a sponsor for the channel, just shoot me an email or a comment, and that'd be awesome. We take stickers. We'll sticker up a toolbox or something. I like stickers for toolboxes. I don't really put them on my windows of my cars though. All right, take it easy, guys.